A lot of people talk about consistency like it's simple. But honestly, it's much harder than most people think. You see, guys, if there is one lesson or one thing I've learned over the last couple of years while building my YouTube business is that life doesn't just pause just because you're trying to build something. No, it doesn't pause. And it's even more difficult when you're trying to build a business on the side while working a 9 to 5 job. I just want to take this moment to talk on a few things, basically everything that is happening in your life. Let's talk about my job, right? I am working a full time job while building YouTube on the side. And so I have to deal with this while trying to find time during the day, during the night to fit in YouTube to ensure that I stay consistent and building to record, to edit, to post, and to do this every single day. And it even get more difficult if you're not just posting 1 or 2 videos per day, but multiple videos per day every single day, right? So you can see that no matter what comes up during work, I still have to ensure that I find the time to do this. And it's not easy. Point number two, family. As I mentioned before, I have a wife, I have a son. And so every single day after work, I have to find the time to spend with them and also have to think about how I can fit in YouTube in my day-to-day life. And some of you guys who are actually doing the same, you can relate. It doesn't have to be YouTube, but it could be any other business, having a family while juggling your business on the side, or even juggling your business full time and still have to deal with family. It's not easy, and we all know this. So, this leads me to my next point: energy. To stay consistent, you have to have the energy, mental energy, and of course, the physical energy. You need the mental energy to be creative, to think about ideas, to think about processes and systems and all these different things to manage your business to ensure that the business succeed and the business grow. And not to mention if you have employees or people we are working with. You know have people depending on you guys. And so all of these things just add another level of mental load on you that you have to accommodate. And as you can see, it doesn't get easier. So you have all of these responsibilities, and you have responsibilities for yourself, your immediate family, your extended family, your business, your employees. You have so many different things, guys, that is actually on you. And this leads me to one of the big thing is the stress. There's so many different stress that can arise in your day-to-day life while building your business. Stress from the business itself, stress from people, maybe employees, extended or third party companies or businesses that you're working with, stress from even your kid, stress from your partner, it can happen as well. So many different things, guys. Your business could be doing well and you could have stress from so many things. It could even be your personal health or someone's health, right? So many different things can happen in life while building your business. And all of this can impact your consistency. I'm telling you, I've experienced this in the past where I have some personal family problems. And I'm telling you, it makes it so difficult for me to be consistent. It was so hard for me to stay consistent, just to even have the mental comfort. Let's put it like that, the mental comfort to say, okay, I'm feeling fine today to go and record and to be creative and to be joyful and to feel enthusiastic about building and creating YouTube videos. I'm telling you guys, it's not easy. And as you can see, so many things can contribute to what determine you being consistent. So if someone say be consistent is easy, that's not true. It's one of the hardest thing to do. But yes, there is a way how to be consistent. And that has to be through a system, something that fit within your lifestyle that you can sustain long term. Doesn't mean that it's going to be easy, but it's manageable in spite of all of these difficulties. And this kind of lead me to just my next point. Your motivation will always change based on these problems or these obstacles, these circumstances that arise in your life that can impact your consistency. Because why? Life does not stop. It continues to happen. It continues to move. Everything is still moving. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you, sometimes it doesn't even matter. You will feel like people around you seeing you would feel like at times that you're trying to give your best and you expect people to understand that you're trying to build a business, that you're trying to build a business for you and your family. And the truth is, nobody really cares. It will feel like that. Maybe they do care somewhat, but the harsh truth is that it will feel like people are just only thinking about themselves until they can somewhat see and benefit somehow. You will always see, oh, yeah, I'm happy for you and all of these things and feel they're trying to support you, but you don't feel that genuineness, that deep enthusiasm that give you that spark, that energy, that you will have this next level of energy to go on and just to be super creative and feel that pump. You know what I mean? You don't always get that until there's someone can benefit. You will feel it if you're working with someone who both of you guys are trying to move in the same direction, trying to achieve the same goal, and you just feel like you merge together as one to achieve the one common goal. You can feel that from that person. But people who are not really doing what you're doing, and sometimes they may not even understand what you're trying to achieve, you will not get that level of motivation. You will not feel it. So I'm saying this to say that don't really get down by that, but understand that these things can impact your motivation, and you just have to stay grounded in your mind and have that mental strength and have faith that you are going to do what you're going to do. And with consistency, no matter what happen, you're going to ride these waves and you're going to keep moving forward. Another thing I want to mention about consistency is get much easier when you're not relying on motivation. Because if you're relying on motivation on top of all of these different things that life has to throw on you, you will never be consistent because motivation will definitely block you from being consistent. So, consistent, you will be consistent if you're not relying on motivation. And here's why. When you start to plan things better or more and set up your routine, set up your systems, and honestly, when you set like a realistic expectation, you will see that consistency is easier to achieve, especially when you set it up in a way that it fits within your current life and your current lifestyle, something that is sustainable, that you just feel like it's just part of what happened during the day. Oh, that's a beautiful spot when you feel like it's just part of what you do every single day, like getting up and taking a shower, brushing your teeth, making breakfast, preparing your kid to go to school. These things have to get done. And these things are like things that, on a subconscious level, these things are priorities that you have to get done. And so you do them every single day and they just automatically fit in your lifestyle and it becomes a part of your routine, part of your habit, and you just do it. And once you're able to just have it there as part of your daily task or activities, I don't even call it task or activities, but part of your daily being, doing, this is where consistency becomes sweet. Definitely. Now, I want to talk about some of the things that can actually slow people down. And while health, personal life situation, so many things can slow down your momentum, I want to talk about the elephant in the room, which is perfection. Perfection is one of the things that slow people down a lot. People think that I have to make the perfect video with the best edits, the best audio, best video quality. And These things literally slow you down. And in reality, these things don't really matter that much in the beginning. Maybe at some point when you want to take your whole production to a whole new level, but not when you don't attract an audience yet, or not when you're trying YouTube and don't even know what you're trying to do. These things don't really matter in the beginning. And I will tell you something, a very important, I would say interesting secret. One of my recent videos, I just started this new channel and it's just to share my experience and so forth. And one of the videos that I record recently, guys, I forget to turn on this mic and I have this mic in the video the whole entire time speaking like I'm speaking on the mic. And you will probably see one of my previous videos. I think it's a video about mistakes or something like that. And you'll realize that the audio sound a bit different. And guess what? I forget to turn on my DJI mic. And yes, the video turns out to be imperfect or not good because the audio is just the audio from my camera. But did I let that stop me? Did I let that stop me from posting the video? No, of course not. And trust me, back then, I would have never posted this. I would try to record the video over again. I would be a little bit stressed that, oh, people will think that the audio is not good and all these different things. But I didn't let that stop me. I post the video just the same, and you can see people are still watching. You guys are still watching. So don't let perfection slow you down. In the beginning, these things don't really matter that much. Don't try to have the perfect video. Don't, I guess the point I'm just trying to make here is that every video don't have to be perfect. So don't let this get you down. I know I mentioned that I'm doing tutorial videos and this is where my business are on. And trust me, I've across all the channels that I have, I maybe record, I would say maybe 9, 10,000 videos by myself and the rest maybe I record all together with no having a team, maybe 12, 13,000 videos. Not sure. Just an estimate that is about 12, 13,000 videos in all of YouTube. Yeah, that's a lot. And I've recorded about 10,000 videos myself. 10,000 videos. And honestly, while I might be posting 10, 20, 25 videos per day, and it was so demanding, I don't want you guys to think that at that speed is where I started, because it was not. I started doing 2 videos per week, 3 videos per week, then 1 videos per day. And then I eventually scaled over the last few years. And why am I saying this to you? It's important for you to build your business or YouTube or whatever in a sustainable way. Sustainability matters more than going full speed ahead and trying to get as much videos out on YouTube as much as possible. Sustainability matters in terms of you fitting in your YouTube business within your day-to-day life. I'm going to give you a typical example for this channel. I'm able to record 1 video per day, and I could be posting 5 videos per day on this channel. But I've only decided to post 2 or 3 videos per week. Why? Because I want to ensure that I can sustain this long term. I also want to ensure that I can fit it within my lifestyle or around my YouTube business so that I don't neglect other channels that I'm working on. And so I have to find the right balance. I rather to go slow and sustain this long term than to go all in and start to do as much, pump out as much videos as possible, and then I fall to a burnout. And so this is something that I've learned over the years that helped me to sustain long term. And I think that it could really be beneficial for you if you're in this stage of your journey in your YouTube business or whichever business that you're currently working in. And so guys, I want to wrap up this video by being absolutely honest. I'm still figuring out things myself on a day-to-day basis. I'm still figuring things out because I am not yet at that point that I really destined to be. And even if I do, there's going to be a new heights of what I want to achieve. But I'm still figuring things out. But if there's one thing that I've learned over the years that is actually keeping me going, is that consistency does not have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect with all your releases. You just have to keep the momentum going. So don't try to be perfect on every video that you release or everything that you're gonna do output. Consistency mean that you still deliver even when it's not perfect. And you should feel okay with this. That's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next video.